and inclusivity in AI.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Please look alive. I was told that after lunch is a good time for a panel discussion than before lunch. So I would like everyone to be awake. So we had a good discussion as to how AI is helping education and how do we teach AI in schools and to small kids and children who are still growing up. I would now like to take you through the AI landscape in the college curriculum as I see it. And there's an old saying that says that if you don't understand a problem, you can't solve it. So let me take you through example. So during my research intern at Technical University of Darmstadt in Germany, I worked on problems of surgical instrument tracking, reducing the exposure of patients and the surgeon by X-rays, using predictive modeling and other deep learning models. What I came to conclude from my experience was two things. First is mango, the fruit, unites everyone in the world more than anything else. And we named our device Mango after it. And the second thing that we learned was that even with my fairly decent knowledge of deep learning before that, I could never have thought of solutions in the medical domain. So I could never have thought that needle tracking could be done using computer vision, or that I could reduce X-ray exposure of surgeons and patients. After returning, I've worked on problems of load prediction, problems of power fault detection using deep learning models. And I'm sure there are problems in every sector. So my friend Christos here from Switzerland, he's a doctor, and we were discussing what kind of problems he faces during surgery. Bader in the back, he is a gemologist, so he studies gems, and I'm sure there are problems in problems in analyzing structures, problems in analyzing images, which can very easily be solved by artificial intelligence. But the fact that it's not taught is a big problem, and we need to solve that. Apart from that, I think there are places in sociology, anthropology, philosophy, where you can introduce AI concepts. For example, anthropology can very well help us understand how cultures evolve, how linguistics and grammar relate to different languages at different times. Having said that, I'm completely aware that you can't teach everything of artificial intelligence to everyone. So I'm not expecting everyone to know the basic mathematics, to know everything about AI and deployment and everything. But definitely there has to be some thought as to what needs to be taught. So computer vision makes more sense for fields like agricultural sciences, fields like material sciences, where the problems are how fast can this material heal, how fast will this crop go bad. And in problems of sociology, philosophy, problems of anthropology, linguistics, grammar, we're trying to find connection between text and the literature. I think natural language processing is a very relevant field. So you don't teach computer vision to a person who needs natural language processing, and you don't teach otherwise. Now, having said that, I'll move on to the other thing. So apart from my love for deep learning and research, one thing I'm fascinated by are movies. And if everyone here has been keeping up, Oppenheimer has been creating a lot of buzz. Apart from the brilliant direction by Christopher Nolan, the brilliant music, and no use of CGI, and everything that Arun sir said, but it raises a very important question. And the question is, does the fact that someone develops a technology gives him or her the right to decide how it's used? And the answer is definitely no. So we need to understand that the leaders of tomorrow, the policymakers of tomorrow, the people who are going to be in power, who are going to be taking decisions, cannot only be computer scientists. They can not be people from Google, from Facebook, from OpenAI alone. They need to be people who are lawyers, who are doctors, who are studying philosophy, psychology, who know every field to their own right. And definitely they don't need to learn the technical aspects of it. What they need to learn is that how is it going to impact the society and what economical implications does it carry. It's very sad to hear that people casually sit around and say that, 25 million jobs are going to go away with AI. Do we really need that? We have a huge population right now. We have a good workforce. It's humorous to see people just throwing away numbers that 40 million jobs, 30 million jobs. These are going away. AI is the future. That's wrong. And it's not just me saying this. Yoshua Bengio, he's one of the co-founders of neural networks and AI as we know of it today. He said in his recent interview that he's not a policymaker, he's a computer scientist. And even then, he's taking on to himself to decide how much of AI technology needs to be deployed, how relevant it is, and it comes with a lot of problems in deployment. There's the issue of fairness, bias, errors, and everything that comes with it. So we need to decide that if we don't want another SAG-AFTRA strike like it's happening in the United States of America right now, as we speak, where actors are protesting against the use of generative AI, where they're replacing actors, you could be looking it into your own field. It's a matter of years from now. And do we really need that? The answer is a clear no. So we need to decide what of AI and how its societal impacts and what kind of implications does adopting a technology bring in. There's two differences: building a technology and using a technology. And using a technology cannot be the sole right of the builder.
That's fantastic, Utkarsh. I think he's making 2 points here. One is how to build the technology, and then how to